R about the other. Listen up, you're at a higher time in your life. Right now, you listen to Avril. Let the truth be known.
In the politics area, you know, she have it.
Never had a boring moment in my life.
She's the voice of the Caribbean.
Back as I remember, I was never alone. Queen Avril is on the throne. No more feeling lonely. Avril rules the air, you know. Every day is like an Avril day.
A pleasant good evening to each and everyone out there, wherever you are, in your house, your bed, your car. You know you could listen to me wherever you are. I'm going to whisper tonight so softly, so gently, and that is because of how I'm feeling. And if anyone out there listening under my voice can relate to me, maybe we can all share our story. But for some apparent reason, I feel like I'm living in the days of the pandemic. Anyway, we are going into a show tonight that I am going to speak on I don't want to pronounce their names incorrectly, but everybody know the story, the Guthrie'S, a mother who disappeared from her home and is still missing 2 weeks later. I have a say on that. I will be commenting on that. And there is something that I have to say. See, I can't sit here and wait for folks to log on. The show starts at 9. It ends at 10 p.m. And when I'm out, I'll say goodnight. But for right now, I am here tonight to say something. And if you agree, if you disagree, remember, we all have a right to our own disagreement, because our president have his rights for the things he say and do, even if we don't agree with it. So tonight, if you don't agree with something, feel free to comment. But tonight I'm here to speak on the mother that is missing in Tucson. I hope I'm not pronouncing the American people's country and states the wrong way, but let me dip into this. Doesn't matter how many people are listening, I am going to speak tonight. Hear what I have to say. And the question that I have to ask is where, where is the villages that we once knew? Where are the villages that we once knew? We as a people today, we are guilty of the way that we are living. Good night to you, my ambassador, Miranda Phillips. And good night, William, wherever you are, cold or hot. Good night to you. Anyway, I'm just going to go back to the topic gently, and we are going to say this, that no matter how much you agree or you disagree, you have your right to disagree with anything that I say. But I'm going to say tonight, there was a time, and I would like you to share this on every platform. Tell them the biggest show, the number one show, is on. Whether you watch or you don't watch, it is the biggest show. And tonight, we are going to talk like real people. Now, Joy, Sweeney, Sexy Joy, how you doing? Thank you for commenting. Remember, if you don't comment, I don't know you're watching. Joy is a very good, I call a stylist, fashionist, anything you want to do with your hair, even your wig. I just can't reach there yet because she's always so busy. But this woman is good when it comes to getting your hair done. So if you want to know more about Joy, you could ask me. I can tell you. But tonight, we are going to say something. Now, I've grown up in the islands. I am sorry that I don't want to knock anybody where you're living. Sebastian Williams, pleasure for you to join me this evening. Terrence William, good night. Need my MP3. Thank you so much. And let me ask a question, if it makes sense. For me, Mondays are not good anymore. I have an issue that because I get congratulations on what? Karen Grant, how are you? Congratulations, Terrence William, and what? There's something that I am missing? Tell me, I need to know. But tonight, let's talk about growing up in the islands, for example. We have grown up that when we come out the house, we say, hey, Miss Jane, how you doing? Miss Williams, how you doing? Sometimes we call the neighbor, hey, Nana. Everybody know each other. Everybody know whose children belong to whose parents. When the children walk down the street, the old people, them were nosy like me, they would say, that's Karen's granddaughter. That's Terrence's great-grandchild. They know everybody business, right? We were our villagers that take care of each other, look out for each other. We know our neighbors. We know our neighbors' neighbors. We know the church. We know who go there, who wear what, and who don't wear what. We know that. So it's hard for me to come in America and live in a community like the Guthrie'S. Now, hear what I have to say, and I am going to say this. I listened to the daughter of the mother who is missing. I listen Curleen Thompson. I listen to the daughter pleading for the safe return of her mother. Now, hear what they say. Nancy had says, Guthrie'S does not have congestive tissue. She does not have. She is sharp. However, she said she has limited mobility and need to take medication daily or it could be fatal. She said that she does not know whether Guthrie'S medication was still at the house. Now, Elroy Door, your mother is missing, but you don't know if the medication was still at the door. Obviously, the feds probably locked them out then, because if a mother is missing, I think I need to get in there to see if my mother medication is in there. And that's one of the thing that I think they would allow her to do. Unless I'm wrong, I will have to ask the experts. But if my mother is missing and the police are looking for her, and you say that her medication, she needs it and she don't have it, why is it they wouldn't let her go and get her medication to see if the mother medication was in there? I am so stressed thinking about this. Sometimes I want to be an investigator on this case, Debbie Queeley. Now you have your mother, and they said, here another thing that they said. She's not good. She needs help, right? All these things they're saying about her mother ailments and what the mother is struggling with. And then the news say the mother took a Uber home, and the mother went to have family night with them and play games and have a good night. I'm going to have a mother living in a community like that, where now they're saying that hear this, the community people is saying, oh my God, I didn't even know she was living around here. Okay? They didn't know she was living around there. The neighbors, right? Didn't know she was the one living there, the anchor host mother. So you see what I'm telling you about rich folks when they want to go up on the hills and they want to live in these secluded neighborhoods where dark, that they even have camera, look like the cameras are only for the daytime. The dark, hear what the neighbors say. The community is so dark that even if you have cameras, right? And I want a lot of hearing in my, let me see if I could hear extra hearing. I hope you all could hear me. I hope you all can hear me. Anyway, this says that the community is so dark that the cameras couldn't pick up nothing that they want because the area is so dark, right? Why would you have your mother going home in an Uber, living by herself, unless it's she, because they're accustomed to big house and she don't want to come out of it? The whole story me want to hear. I am going to have my mother on such a medication. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. My mother is on such a medication. My mother is going through so much ailments. And your mother is living alone. And you send your mother home in an Uber. My mother come. You can make some of US Life easy and share the YouTube link. My mother eyes bad and mine's we want a big screen. Share the link weekly, please, and thanks. Now, a lot of people don't watch me on YouTube, so that's why I don't forget that I share it there. But it's the Avril show, like you did last week. So I am going to ask one of my experts to let you know how to find it. The Avril show, that's it. You know? So you come distract me with you and your mother with your bad item, and you all want big screen TV like you're begging. Big screen is Valentine's. I don't give woman TV for Valentine's. So you went on last week and you watch it on YouTube, and tonight you can't find it on YouTube because your eyes bad. And if you have over-the-counter OTC, I sure OTC card probably pay for, no, maybe not in these times. Donald Trump cut off everything. Okay? So I am going to ask someone to give you the link right now, because you and your mother look like I am accustomed to big screen TV or computer. Okay? So anyway, like I was saying to you, and I'm going to say it again, we have to be a little more understanding when folks are older. Why is it in God's name? Because you have money. You must live in a big house in a dark area that when night come you can't even see yourself. Some of us as children, we have to demand from the parents then when they get old and they get hard-headed. I don't know the situation, so I can't say it. But you cannot sit down here and tell me they say the woman live alone. She take all these medication. She need a medication to survive. The mother went home and it seemed like it's the next day they tell them the woman didn't come to church. You have a mother. I don't know if she get home and say, oh, I'm home, and then the situation happen after. But I'm still saying that going home in an Uber when you leave family would be a no-no for my mother. I would have never let my mother go home alone. Because I would have go in there and see that the garage was open, this was not looking right, and this wasn't, especially when night come. Why is she sleeping alone? Why is she living alone? When you reach a stage in your life where your mother on medication and all these things, you're so afraid you can't even sleep at night, wondering if your mother is okay. And these rich folks, we could pay somebody like, much people out there saying, hire me to take care of your mother, need a little part-time job, and they wouldn't hire nobody. But they have the parents living in a big house by themselves. For what? It comes a time in your life when all those things don't matter to you anymore. The big house thing has to downsize when you reach certain age. This thing here, it have a lot of twist and turn with the case. Why is it you tell me 2 ransom they ask for? And you ain't hear them say, where the ransom was supposed to drop off and they drop it off and the person ain't pick it up. Maybe they ain't telling us everything, but they just said 2 ransom went unanswered. That means the people don't even come for the ransom that they asked for. Something fishy. And it seems like there is a question I have to ask. Who in that family, who close to that family know the mother situation, that maybe even make sure she have a medication taken, and they torturing the family? Some people say it's because she talk about Epstein case. I hear ABC, NBC, all of them discuss the Epstein case. So why only they're going to target if it's the Epstein case she was talking about? Listen to me. You see, hearsay, I don't like it. It gives me mental issue. I like to hear facts and things will make sense. Your mother living alone in a time like this. I'm urging you, people out there, take care of your parents when they get old. They take care of you when you were young. I don't remember coming up in the islands and living next door to my neighbor and don't know who my neighbor is. And now the people in the Guthrie'S community is holding them out saying, oh my gosh, I didn't know her mother lives here. I didn't know she was the one living here. Dr. Bent have a mother, and her mother was sick. And every time I ask her where you are, I'm by mama, I'm by mama, I'm by mama. Until mama closed her eye, they were even there hearing mama sing her last song. That's how you take care of your mother. Janet Dixon all the way in Puerto Rico, showing off she and she man walk up and down in Puerto Rico. But I'm sure if you have a mother, you would make sure somebody with your mother, especially at nights. How could you have a mother gonna vanish away 2 weeks now that you is a big horse and big this and have money and everything, and you are crying today because nobody know where your mother is? This is very hurtful. I couldn't sleep one night, don't know where my mother, who's supposed to take medication, is. It's time they update the news, because if they update the news, they're supposed to say by now her medication is not there. It seems like she went with her medication. You understand? Gloria Hazel, if your mother is missing, the first thing I'm going to tell the police or the government or whoever has searched, because it look like it is a big search, I would have said to them, can you please tell us if our mother medication is there or gone with her? Because if the medication gone, that is telling you that somebody know a lot about the mother. Because when people come kidnap you, you don't have no time to say, oh, hold on, I got to take my medication with me. Pastor Goodin, I know you preach this. Honor your mother. Take care of your mother. Okay? You can sit down here and tell me you have a mother, rich mother, I call these people with money, people who is well off to pay somebody to be a companion for the mother at night. And you have your mother going home mommy went home in an Uber. Why would I send home my mother in an Uber? Whether you have money or not, you still can take yourself and take your mother home. The mother live in a house where, here the neighbors, it is so dark around here that even if we have a camera, there is nothing they can see at nights because the place is so dark. No, what the place named Tucson, that's the state where the mother is missing from a home. Well, you can tell me you live in a community like that and know that this woman is missing. You're speaking out on how dark the community is at night, but mother living in there at night by themselves. Let me tell you, from the first night me drive there and see how dark the place is, and my mother lived there, I would have tell mommy, you cannot be home at night by yourself. But everybody think cameras is a lifesaver. People, let me tell you something. The government and all of these people who call themselves investigators have made the thief them so wise. They talk too much. They put everything out there, how everything is done. They even have things now to show you how to black out camera, how to do this to camera. Camera not save your life no more. Put back on the big heavy lock, put back on everything on your house and start going back to living safe. Me ask who it is before you open your door. Trust not the delivery man. Tell them put it down, you will pick it up later. We trust too much in a community where even AI soon make key to open our door. We're not safe anymore. So anybody will sit down out here tonight and tell me that this week, 2 weeks make this woman missing, and you can't tell me, Lover and Bob, if it was your mother can't see already because every minute she says she can't see out, she hide them. And there's glasses. She got to take his OTC card over to the place where they have glasses and see if they pay for glasses. But in a time like this, Donald Trump cut everything, so you don't know what I'm pay for anymore. But they have free glasses out there, or I can tell you how to get it. Okay, but me no jealous of Janet down in Puerto Rico. I walk up and down with a man like he's only two of them know about love, but I'm going to speak on that love thing soon. But let's go back to the Guthrie'S family. Me say, the story don't add up. This kind of investigation need me, but you see people like me, we could do the job. They're not going to hire me. They won't tell me about having 6-year degree and all that, and I don't need none of that. I just need to give them a little wise information. Where's the medication? I just want to hear. You don't dare tell me about how you don't know where your mother medication, if it's still in the house, or the family don't know if the medication is in the house. I want to know where did they put certain people to give information to the community. They're misleading. That's the first thing you run to look for because you know your mother need her medication. But you on there tell people, you don't know if my mother have her medication, if it's with her, she need it because she's in a bad condition if she don't take it. 2 weeks now, you have to know if your mother have her medication. That mother, when somebody come kidnap somebody, they're not asking you, are you on blood pressure medication? Do you take medication? Is there anything you want to take with you? That's a good kidnapper. That's a kidnapper who is fighting somebody. That's not a real kidnapper. Because real kidnapper, they study you, they know where they're coming for, they're coming in, they're getting it, they're sending the ransom, they want the money, drop it off here, do it, unless they figure the case is really too tight and anywhere they go pick it up, they're going to find them. But let me tell you something. I am saying this. Just like Janet, I run from the coal. I am running to the truth. Kidnappers who want money, they say it's because you talk about the Epstein case and Whoopi Goldberg and everybody talk about the Epstein case. Okay, so that means they got to watch themselves. All right, me too. Let me not pronounce his name Epstein too much. Now, you sit down and tell me. That's why one of the things they say maybe, is maybe. Okay? But I'm saying it just kind of confusing with all the things they're telling me about the mother. Me say around the mother house dark like a New York after dark. And that's where they're going to tell me the mother lives alone. Unless one channel will give us fake news and something else will give us the real news. Something not add up. You mean people like her with money now sit down and cry because of carelessness? Because I feel your mother come to play games with you and have fun night, and they make it sound so great. Like we poor people don't have fun night, and we don't have games, and we don't do all these things, right? They do it, but they send home the mother in an Uber. Then I say the Uber man gone with her. Just remember that. I mean, I blame the Uber man. Okay? I am not blaming the Uber man. I don't even want to think about the Guthrie'S family because it kind of add up and all kind of fishy things going on in there. And I just pray to God they find the mother and tell me who hold the mother, why they hold of and why they have that woman. And I hope she medication don't run out because they say she need it bad. If not, she's no use to herself. Okay? And I am saying, over some money, it has to be a reason. Nobody, when people pick up people like me when I have nothing, they're spiteful. It's just spitefulness because they know me not have nothing to give them. You understand? The only thing I could give them is all the wigs I have, they turn them back in to the 99-cent store and get them back. Okay? But all I'm saying to you, I pray to God that we could hear some good news that the mother was found even sitting down in some home, or if she was in a park, somebody have to see her. But if she was in a park, if they call like New York, they would have never find her unless she's ice. But if it's someplace where not too cold, and she's someplace sitting down where people don't recognize her, Lord, I pray the woman come home. And then I could speak about the Guthrie'S and I could tell them how I feel. But at a time like this, when people are crying out and in pain, you don't want to lick them. But I'm just saying, it's just hard to know that this woman was living alone with the condition that they say she's suffering and going through. We with money look like when people got money, they don't think smart. You can tell me, I saw when rich people get rich, they want to live in secluded area. They want to be in secluded area that even getting in there, they say it's like, ooh. When me see them I go around the house, what would I want when I reach 70 and 80? Living in a secluded area. I want to be around everybody. I want to be looking out and I watch everybody business. See everybody will pass, how much time they pass. I want my eyes and ears to be working. You imagine locked down in a house like that by yourself? What kind of living is that? A house is not a home without love. Sometimes our children come and go and leave us. All of mine soon gone. People just say, oh, I soon be an empty nester. Let me tell you, I don't know if being an empty nester always feel good. But sometimes the children them, let me not talk too loud. Sometimes the kind of children them we have, we rather be empty nesters and living a peaceful life. But they come when they want, even when they live with you. So half of the time you are empty nesters, even when they live with you. But I'm saying, people, I'm warning you. Tomorrow when you wake up, look in the neighbor house and say, who live in there again? Half of we, you know something? You know half of we live in a community where we don't know people by name, that even if we see their name missing on TV, we don't know is our neighbor. You know, some of the neighbor them live and they come out of the house and they jump into the car and they go and come and they don't even say good morning to you. And if you say good morning, hear them, they act like they don't want to talk. You live in a community where the people were passing you daily do not live there. They're just passing by. Our villages is back home in our islands and we didn't know how beautiful it was. You know, every time you're going home from work, you drop sit on your neighbor house and you say, Lord, Miss Dixon, how you do? How the grandchildren? When you done chat and go home, your belly full. Here, you go to work, you finish work, you rush in home, you rush in your house, you on TikTok, you on Facebook. That is the life we live in now. Nobody even go and knock on the neighbor door and say, I'm just checking to see how you're doing, how you feeling, how is the family. We don't even know because everything we see on Facebook, we believe. Somebody put up a little picture with them doing their feet. We don't know that they're sick and they're suffering and all we do. Oh, she all right, man. Miss see her on Facebook doing her feet. That's how we know how people do it. Minding people business on social media. But to the Guthrie'S family, we praying that your mother will come home and that we the people that is nosy like me will know and understand how this kidnapping thing took place. Me want it over. Because nobody's supposed to go to bed at night and can't sleep 2 weeks not knowing where their parents is. It is very hard. But I think I called some of his carelessness. Me say which part the camera is on the woman's house. They say it is so dark. It's very hard to see anything. The camera can't pick up anything at night because the place is so dark. You know, all that again is information that they give out about the community. So if thief want to go in there now, they know how to go in there at night, you know. Me say them chat too much. Them don't know what to put out. They put out everything on television. And even if the media is supposed to know this is not information for us to put out there, they put out, oh, the neighbor just stated that it is so dark in the community that the cameras are very difficult to pick up everything at night. So having a and then here they ask the neighbor, so having a camera, what do you feel it does for you? Nothing. It does nothing. So why you pay the people them to put up camera? Just for in the daytime? And the thief them know that around the dark at night and it's a good time to come. So that's when they come. We just light up the world with all our business on social media and they take it and use it against us. I'm asking you all, children now watch me, but parents talk to your children. Let them know. If you're even out all day or out all night, you see my son, ask my son one day, you mean you can't call to see if your mother okay while you're out? He said, Mom, I know you're okay, because if you're not okay, you will call me and let me know you're not okay. Me say, what kind of foolishness that? If me not okay, how me gonna call on phone? Do you know how long she's living there? No, Karen, I don't know a thing about how long she living there. I didn't even care how long she living there. I just see her house, her surrounding, hear from the neighbors and write them, say she live around there too long. But you know what I think? Sometimes people have a house so long, you know, when they're young and in the prime and they could flip up and flip over, that when they get older, the old people, they don't want to give up their house. It's a legacy for them. They work hard for it. It passed down. It's generation house. They want it to go to their grandkids. But maybe that's when some of the grandkids could say, let me move in with mommy or move in with daddy just to be there. Sometimes the house big enough. Sometimes the house is big, large, huge. And you got one man, one woman living in a house that when they close it, they don't even know if Duppy living side by them or upstairs by them. For 50 years, she been living there, Marlene say. No, she been living there for 50 years. And her children, them is that old. You could imagine her age now, right? So if this woman were living there for 50 years, she's not going to want to just give up her house to go shack up with nobody. because they feel they want to be in the comfort and the privacy of their home. But if you give them a big place downstairs and set it up nicely, they could have their own privacy too. Sometimes you got to sit down and talk to these parents because they live in this. Children don't have no time no more when they get to a certain age to run every minute and look after mommy and daddy, because sometimes they're busy going live their own life. As we get older, the children them don't have no time for us. They even live with us, and if people ask you, you say, I hardly see them, because they come in, they gone. They come, they gone. They got their own life. They're in love. They're focusing on the love of their life. They're not focusing on me and you half of the time. They come, they visit, they come celebrate birthday, Mother's Day, or a special day, and the rest of the year, half of us are just alone. Sometimes you can't get them to leave the house, I understand, but sometimes somebody could move in with them. But Lavon Bob, you're right. Why would an elder that age want to live alone, who have to take medication, who is sick, who have issues with heart and all them things? And you send her home in a cab. What if when she had come out of the Uber, she had collapsed? Somebody's supposed to drop her home, take her inside, make sure she's okay, and say good night, mom. Mom's supposed to be set up in a way where you have cameras in your house. I watch mom in your house. Where is those kind of living when you have money? It look like when we have money, we think because we live in a big secluded neighborhood, we safe and everything crisp. So we don't care to do all the necessary. Let me tell you something. Camera no work no more. A thief and the robber them lick out your camera, boss up your camera, do whatever they have to do before they come in. They test you. You ever see sometimes people just walk around your house and I look and I do this, and you wonder, why am I always a pass and I look here and I do this and I do that? That is when you tighten up on security, you know. You cannot trust people, follow your instinct. Let me tell you something. If a man go right now, she went home in an Uber. She took the Uber to go to her daughter home for dinner. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Her condition that she's in. Why would you want her to be in an Uber? Just go pick up mommy, no. It's just an honor to pick up mommy. Oh, I'm going to get my mom. Oh, I'm taking. Man, they're supposed to be fighting about who is taking mommy home. That should be the fight. And who is picking up mommy. Mommy, you cannot be by yourself at night anymore. They want to make sure. If the church, thank God for the church family, they call to say she didn't come. When somebody miss you and pick up the phone to say, this is not like Avril. You know, sometimes I don't do my show on a Monday, and you have one and two people that text me and say, what happened to you tonight? Are you okay? Especially Aldi Castro, my 99-year-old friend. He will pick up the phone and say, are you okay? I didn't see your show. Just checking in on you. It don't melt my heart every time the man call me. He don't hear me. He don't see me. He don't see my show. He called to see if I am okay. Last week, Monday, I was so depressed. Today, I start to feel depressed. So I say something is not right with me on Mondays. Every Monday, I am depressed. Then I look back, my friend, I'm getting ready to say goodbye to her. Okay? Juliet is not buried yet. Lavon, father died. I was talking to my friend in Pennsylvania. She have to go St. Thomas. Her mother died. And I'd start to get nervous. Talking to Gloria Bent. Her mother died. I start to get nervous, like I don't want to call people no more. I'm scared. Every time you turn around, somebody die. I don't put condolences on no page. I don't put sleep in peace on nobody page. Them things they played out in my head. Me nervous sometimes. I wake up sometimes just nervous, having anxiety, afraid to hear bad news. As I go on Facebook on my phone, the minute I open it, somebody says sleep in peace. I say, Jesus Christ, I'm not going back on. I'm living. I need medication for social media. Yes, Janet, if that woman is confused, I keep saying, I wonder if she have any Alzheimer's, any dementia, anything that they're not telling us. Because if the poor woman is confused, you could imagine she can't. But if she confused, she shouldn't be living alone. Because they say she take medication. So she have to know when to take her medication. So she can't be confused unless somebody go the end of the day and give her medication. And if that is the truth and she's living alone, then we gonna come back with this story here. Because this don't add up. I say it and I'm going to say it again. Tonight, we have to go back to start caring and loving on one another. Since social media come out, I don't know when last I talked to half of my friends or family. Everybody text me, everybody comment on my page, and anything you hear them. Oh yeah, me see a post up yesterday. Yeah, man. I feel okay. You know, she had no good. She posted up something yesterday. So me know she okay. And they don't know when I come off of this show last week, Monday, you know, I went to bed crying, depressed, don't want to talk to nobody, put my phone on silent. People don't know what you're going through. Just today, I tell somebody, if you give me the vacation, I don't know where to go. I don't want to go nowhere. I feel like every place I go going to be cold. Other than Janet Dixon, we're going to Puerto Rico and gone down there and it raining down there. Everywhere you go have problems. There's nowhere to run. I feel like I'm living in 2020 to 2022, the days of the pandemic. That's how my life feel right now, like I'm back in a pandemic. It's no joke. You know, today I say, people say loneliness is a crime. I believe it's true. I believe it's true. And we have to talk about the things that we sit down and we deny that they're truth. Loneliness is a crime. Nobody should be alone. Nobody should be alone. Even if you live alone, but you have someone who love you, is fine. But being alone and you don't feel like nobody care or nobody there, that can't be good. That is one hell of a feeling. And I'm saying to you people tonight, let's bring back love. Because of lack of love among us, ourselves, our friends, and our family, we are dying cold before we go on ice. We are dying cold. And I just want everybody to know. I was sitting down thinking about my annual, this is 11 years of the Avril Show Cancer Foundation. And everybody know I have it the first week in June. And I just want to tell everybody, don't look for it this year. I will not be doing my award ceremony this year. I want to do the prayer breakfast that brought people together, cry together, sob together, hug on each other, and came out of their field delivered. I had enough of the same routine stuff in the community that is not doing anything for the people. Okay, that Maxine, that's exactly what I'm talking about. He don't want to look behind him and fear there is no one there. If you think loneliness is a good feeling, you are in denial, you're lying to yourself, and you yourself need help. I feel when we're getting older, a lot of people look to settle down because they feel they're getting older. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. Not because you're getting older. You want to get all together. You don't want nobody when you get older. Because it seems like when you reach a certain age, you can't even forget you remember your name. So you're going to go wait until you're 80 to pick up a man. And the man 85. Next thing the man start to have Alzheimer's upon you. And you live with a man who don't even know your name. If you love now, treat the woman or the man right, settle down. Because you see 2026, I make up my mind to get married and settle down. Because I realize there's nothing better than a great love and a great friend and a great companion all in one. Mary Sue, good evening to you. You do not want to be alone and tell me loneliness is okay. And some people say, oh, I could grow old gracefully. I don't need no one. I could grow old by myself. The lie and deceit that some of you are walking deceive are yourself, God is not pleased with it. Some people married and never married again. And they have a companion, might be a roommate, might be family, and they're okay. They're okay. They're not alone. But Sinclair Jeffers, if you have somebody who will love you, and you don't want to call that person your husband or your wife, but you want to live with them, something wrong with you. It's no different. Because if me I live with you, you got to marry me. Because for one, you not call me wifey and me not have a ring. And if I'm cooking, cleaning, and doing all that, we have to just make it legal. Husband and wife in the book of that we read every day called Psalms. I am not putting myself to that Nadine Douglas. If you can live with me, marry me. And we're going to talk about that coming up. Oh, mad. But any man that call his name with me and say him love me and me love him, me marry him. But if I'm not into you and you're not into me, no bother with it. And if we are play boyfriend and girlfriend when we're 50 and 60, it need to stop. Find somebody who's going to be there to even rub your foot. I'll rub your back. When your pain hit you, they don't mind put Bengue on your back. Well, the Guthrie'S family, I come back to say to you, with all the money in that family, tonight they're not happy because they don't know where their mother is. So happiness is a positive cash flow. So if you have all the money in the world, but you don't have happiness, it better you're poor. It better you know that you're poor. Because having money and no love and no substance in your life, you're poor. So no matter with the big house on the hill, some people ready to leave New York. You know what I love about New York? You could get up and walk outside anytime and take a walk. Most states, yes, you could walk outside. I'm not saying Atlanta, you can't walk outside, but most of the time, either too hot or too cold. New York, people live on the street. And you're going to see somebody going to say, hey, how you doing? Hi. Your brain always going in New York. But when you won't get old now, work all your life so hard, unless you're going to move back to the island. And when you don't get old and you reach like 75, and then you want to go move back down to your country, where the young people them don't know you, and the old people them your age don't move away and gone, where you going? What you gonna do? As you spend 2 years, then only got to put you in a home in St. Kitts because you know you're having problems, and they got to put you in a home for somebody to take care of you because the family can't take care of you no more because they got to go to work and things are bad. Let me tell you, you say America not good enough. But one thing with America, if you're in a nursing home or elderly home and something happened, they're gonna investigate. Somebody gonna answer and somebody gonna pay. You understand what I'm saying? People back home in the islands, we never know nothing about senior center, old people home and all them things. The world have changed. A lot of people back home in our islands is being put into homes lately. And don't feel no way sometimes the young people them just not have no time with the old people them anymore. So let me tell you something. We got to talk truth to power and done with the charade and the foolishness and the lies that we tell ourselves. If you're married, behave yourself. Some of the young man them, oh, they don't want young the old woman them, they are 70 and want woman with 40. Woman we could still have baby. And then when you look the 70 and they go impregnate some 42-year-old. And they feel good you hear because, boy, you 70-year-old with baby man, you things going on for you. So your social security and you go to school a morning, I got to talk about your drop off your 4-year-old. And people are look on you, your grandfather brought you to school again. Me say, it's disgusting. We're going to talk about that, you know. But I am saying to all you people out there, get old and get sensible. Stop shack up with boyfriend. That when boyfriend dead, the family come fight off you for everything. God didn't sign nothing over to you. If you have a living boyfriend, at least let him sign things in your name and have things set aside. Because you can condemn your dead tomorrow when you're ready to go bury your boyfriend and the family come and tell you, move out of our way, take everything from you, and you sit down there. Sinclair Jeffers, you know me from long time. My lip always the same. I am saying to all you, done with the nonsense. Family, we have to talk on this show. This is the show for the community, the biggest show on NBC and ABC and CBS. They not got nothing upon me because I'm talking to my people. Who they talking to? The world of people where they don't know. You understand? How much are you watch ABC and CBS and NBC and walk down the street tomorrow and see them and say, hey, how you doing? But when I see, hey, Avril, and I could pick up the phone and call me and all kind of foolishness and need help and certain things and gossip and mix up and drama and ask me if you choose somebody dead or somebody get married and all them things. That's how we live. But get to know your neighbors. Even if you live in Florida, get to know your closest neighbor. Not when somebody kidnap you, the neighbor come say, me can't believe she lives here. I didn't know she lives here all the time. Oh my God. And they carrying on with all kind of drama, because you know them kind of people, very dramatic. One piece of drama, I didn't know how the mother was living here. And they're giving all the news about the community now that the woman is kidnapped. Me say I want that woman returned. I don't want to hear nothing negative happen to that lady. That's somebody's mother. Lately, all you're finding is woman chop up and put in a bag, all this kind of foolishness. You won't tell me the same man them sometimes will sit down and say, what they say when you get married again, in sickness and in death, or in sickness and in health. Because I used to say in sickness to and in death. But me figure that thing can be right. Because you're married today to some of these men and they turn right around, chop you up and put you in a bag and then dump you in a garbage. What kind of world we living in? So I said this year, I am not doing no on cancer dinner and dance. The world need a miracle to come through and sweep through this place. We need prayer. We need deliverance. We need healing. We need a touch. We need people to pray over us. We need prayer. How are we sitting down every minute doing the same nonsense day after day, year after year, and nobody can see what's going on around us? The churches have lost their way since the pandemic. Since the pandemic come, churches closed down. People not going to church no more. Man heart are wicked than ever. Some people don't even want to hear about God. Weed that take over our children's life. That's all them do. Smoke weed, smoke weed, smoke weed. And they say it's legal. The government system is just crippling our children's life. From the youths them we're coming right now, I'm sorry for the young generation that's coming up. We are raising up another generation that we need strong leaders and a strong community around our children them today, you know, because the kids we are born today, they're going to cry tonight and they're going to bawl tomorrow. They're going to bawl today, cry tonight, bawl tomorrow. Because some of them going to want to go right back up in their mother's womb in the world that we are living in. Because the mothers, them that gone leave us, if they wake up tonight and see what we are going through, they go back to sleep. All over the world, you can't run no more. You remember one time you take your children, them there in America, and they give you trouble, and you send them right back to the island, and you say, I'm going to send you home, and let you, my grandmother take care of you, and they come up to be so good. Now, if you send them home, it's the same thing they go down there with. You land a free land, yes, you're late, but the good thing you could watch it again. The island is no better if you send your children them from up here down there, then I beat them down there no more, you know. Them I call you and say, come back for your children. The world have changed. The punishment now is just talk, because people afraid to beat their kids because the system is set up to put you in jail and put your children them in foster home. We are living in a world today that need more prayer than party. We don't need church. We need prayer warriors. We need people in the church who can pray and cast out demons. Me don't know when last me see anybody cast out demons. We need people who could lay hands, and when they don't speak to our young people, they turn the life around. Nowhere you see these things anymore. You don't see, if you walk down the street and you see somebody even out there preaching or just saying something about God, people watch them like they're crazy and they're mad. And back home, we used to be so glad when we pass outside and hear the songs of Zion and the people them outside having church. We would stand up and join in too, but here we look at them like they are mad somebody. The world have lost its taste, its flavor. You have lost everything. Okay? We need back the prayer mothers, and they're the only ones left today. Cause look in the church. If you see church with young people, them know. The young church, them is nothing like the old church, them. They are just following the trend. I see a pastor preaching the other day, and she was a woman. And she have on a pants so tight. And when me look at her, me forget what she was preaching about, because my focus was on watching her body, looking at her and wondering, she really up there wearing that? So what you think the man them when I do when then I watch the sermon? They probably sit down and I say, what is this in my face today? And you know, they not see if they just come in church Sunday after Sunday because she just wearing these tight pants and feel like it's okay to be up there in this piece of tight clothes. Me not knock nobody off God. But me just say, come back, man, bring back the church. And let me get some deliverance and healing in people's life. Every day we are dead. People were dead, no one come back, even if they could come back. They not come back. So when we talk about sleep in peace, we don't have to bother tell them that we know they're sleeping in peace because they can't hear nothing, see nothing, feel nothing. So we have to tell people about sleep in peace. So all I tell you guys, learn to know who live next to you. Learn to know your neighbors. And stop telling yourself that people is okay because they on social media put up one load of thing. Gloria Bent mother dead, and every day she a post up. It doesn't mean she not mourning, she not crying when night come, she not going through her misery. But sometimes you just have to keep your brains going, because sometimes people don't have no time for nobody no more. Everybody too busy for everybody. If you go to somebody now, you say, Lord, you know, call me and I was going through so much last week. They look on you and say, you don't know what me I go through. Me I go through worse than you. And when you're done, you say, I wish I never said nothing to her. The world is cold today. It's not when you're dead you're cold, you know. The world is cold today. So me just a warning and it warn you all people. Watch the Guthrie'S family story down to the end, and let's see how this ends. And then we have to think about how we treat each other, how we treat our parents, how we love on our parents, and these parents too. We're holding on to houses when they get old because they have it for so long and they don't want to pass it down until they're dead. Me not like to see old people living by themselves. If not, we need to create programs for them where somebody can go in. But you see, when you reach like that, then argue this kind of home health aid thing, you go do it by yourself. And before they hire one a week, they would rather be in their house by themselves. But sometimes we have to get some programs that we go. So I want a few people to work with me. I want to create a program, and I want a few workers, and I'll have to go and sit down and get some funding from the councilman so that I could do this, because we have to do this. This is needed in the community. So if I have to start this, I'm going to start this. I have to speak to the councilman because this is needed work, and we have to create work because this can be done. I want to see if they could pass this bill for me in Albany and give me the rights to do it, and I get some people to work with me, because Lord, I tell you what come to my mind lately. It can be done, Sharon Campbell. It can be done. It can be done. It's called wisdom. It's called putting your mind and your brain together, it can be done. So with Trump in office, please let us stop talking about Trump. We got too much to talk about. Every day you put up on Facebook, Trump, this Trump. I don't care what Trump say about Barack Obama and his wife. Barack Obama and his wife know that they're good, they are right, they in love, they got money, they're beauty, they're a beautiful family. What we don't know, but I know what they show me, they're a beautiful family, and it's pure jealousy and one. Things like that should roll off our back. We shouldn't even that when Trump look into see how we react, they say, hey, did anybody see what I said yesterday? Because nobody talk about it. But instead of that, you know what he's saying? They all talking about me. They love me. I got to put more out there on them. Those people love me. A lot of Caribbean people posting my stuff. He likes that. You're all exciting him. Instead of you all focus on yourself, your family, your neighbor. And what Avril said, but Avril is just a little person talking. She ain't mean nothing. She don't know what she talks. She just love to chat. But you have the Guthrie'S family chatting all kind of things. And now you're sitting down and saying, oh my God, but nobody looking into it. They said the story fishy. And if that woman really need medication, it's been 2 weeks now. So could you imagine if you don't get medication in 2 weeks and you really need it, like they say, something wrong. And if the kidnapper gone with a medication, may I wonder about who in the family mad. And I'm wondering who around the family that know them well enough to know when to go, when the woman coming home, how come it's that night when she coming home? Okay? How they know so much to know when to come to get her? Me want to know if it was forced entry into the home. All that, me missing out on a lot of things. How they get in, where they went in, did they take her out the Uber? Did they hold her before they go into the Uber? You see what they say? The place is so dark that the camera them don't pick up much. What you do in a community where place so dark and you got money like that, you should have been able to fight to get lights put in a them community there. But they say the more lights they have to pay taxes. And so what if you have money spent to live good? You understand? They are distracting us every day. They make up all kind of AI video where people are post out there. We spend so much time on TikTok watching the things them were fake and the things them were not real. Everybody become doctor. Everybody become specialist. Everybody become therapy. Those are who everybody watch. And you see them a comment every day and share. But Lord, solar lights, me say love and Bob, who tell them that you know had education and that you fool. With all this, so you set me up to go chat longer. Me not chat no longer than this. You mean to say with all the solar light systems now where they got all over the place and all these things here, you rich and got money and live in an explicit neighborhood with no solar lights? Lord, you see the things that bother me now when people say they want to get rich. You know, God, the wrong people have money. Can you say if I had money right now, me still live the way me live on? But nobody could have been around me and suffer. Me see some people out there say them a celebrity. They got house with 10 bedroom and 6 bathroom and 5 car park up in the driveway. Who live in there? 2 people, husband and wife. What kind of living is this? But then they come tell me poverty. The person down next, the person in their 2 communities over is sleeping on the street with children in a car because they don't have nowhere to go. Funds are cut every day from poor people. But the rich people are taking money and doing stupidness. Solar lights right in our community here. People are protecting themselves and trying to save in everywhere. But again, I say, you could have all the money in the world and lacking wisdom. They need me in that community to tell them how I feel. I wish they could investigate me and let me do the job with the police them and help them to find clues. But then when you look, me have to go live my life like ice. Wear mask every day and all these things come. Me can't let nobody, me no want to get caught up in American media. Because who may be right now, I can't afford to walk around and sleep in mask and helmet and face mask. You have to hide yourself. But on a serious note, let's follow the story closely because that's going to have to open our eyes to who people really are, how you trust people. The worst thing coming to me, I don't want to hear is nobody in the family or nobody close to her that know them. Those are the things that bother me. I'd rather be a thief that know about them and go there, but don't tell me. You understand? That is nobody close to them or no family. As long as I don't hear that, then we could follow the story. But for right now, this thing is deeper than what they're telling us, and it's okay. They don't have to tell us everything right now, because the truth has to come forth if they tell us all the truth, because some things they hide, but something is fishy. Something is very fishy. Tell me about how the girls speak about the Epstein case. Because the Epstein case is a story every media is talking about. So how come only she they hold on to? I don't like the daughter talking too much because I don't want her say things when don't make sense. Kind of upsetting to me when she said that, all the foolishness. The mother should have never been in a no Uber going or coming. I don't care what nobody said because that's a sick woman. So they should have gone. She is mobile. It's a challenge for her to get. As the family said, she couldn't walk 50 yards by herself. I have the proof now. It says the family says she couldn't walk 50 yards by herself. Why is she going to Uber? She have to have a home attendant or somebody, because me not believe this story here just not add up that nobody with money could be living like that. And that's why I tell people the richest thing you could have in your life is love, family, and your family don't even have to be blood. Your family could be just the community in where you live and the people you surround yourself with, who is there for you, got your back. You see me, I don't jump on the phone and call my young friend, Aldi Castro, who is 99 years old, Mistress Gill, who is 96. Me call them and bother them. They cuss me out if they want to, and I would love that. Because they are the ones that give me a reason and a purpose to wake up every day just to make sure that somebody is okay. I said I'm in my house depressed those cold days here till the doctor tell me maybe I suffer from seasonal depression. I felt like it was a pandemic I'm living in. Can't get out to do nothing, cold and freezing, and feel like I'm locked in the house. And I had to sit down here, and my friend Aldi Castro, 99 years old, say, I'm calling to see how you're doing. Are you okay? Do you know how I melt? And some of my friends, all them text me with their pure stupidness. And they won't pick up a phone to say, hey, I just called just to hear your voice. Tired of the texting sometime. Pick up the phone sometime. Me have a friend all the way in Florida. Move out of here nearly 20 how much years ago. And I don't feel like we're separated. We live on the phone. We share everything. We chat about everything. And when we don't talk a week or so, we pick up the phone and we call to play catch up. Call your friends. Call your family. But everybody texts. Some of my family, them, first thing they're going to say, it's a two-way street. You could do it too. Which one are we better than who? But I come tonight to warn you people. Pray for the Guthrie'S family, not because you don't know them, not because they're not in New York. Let us pray for each other. Prayer is powerful. Prayer can break chains. So just pray for them that we all get the answer because we all care. I'm here tonight just to spread some love with you, my people. Spend 1 hour and get off and get into my comfort zone of talking to God and listening to Him. So as I come to you next week, I'll be coming with something about the diet, the Avril diet, where you all accusing me of. We're going to talk about this thing. It's sweet and I'm coming with it. Next week, I might touch on some toes. But I gotta talk truth. Okay? So this show is not no nonsense show. Don't let anybody fool you. Tell them they lie. This is the best show ever.
One ER about the other. Listen up. You're at a higher time in your life. Right now. You're listening to Avril. Let the truth be known.
You hear what it says? Let the truth be known. Only Avril can bring you the truth. Everyone, rest well. Everyone, have a pleasant night. And remember, it's always good to be here to talking to you, my people. And sometimes just give me a little love, share the show for somebody else. And if you don't watch it on YouTube, it's on the Avril Show on YouTube. I got to start promoting that program there. Okay, so my people, anything you want to talk about, shoot me a message. The show is open to the community. God bless.
One ER about the other. Listen up. You're at
Did someone say anything? Oh, love you, Avril Francis. Christina James, I love you too. One big show. Love and Bob, tell him this is the biggest show that is on television. The biggest show. Mary Sue can't get bigger than this. It might be the lowest when it comes to payment, but it's the biggest. The hosts who don't have money, the hosts who talk the most but don't have money. But it's okay. I am rich because I'm loved. So everybody, I tell you, we're going to talk something on this show. And if you want to join me one night, just let me know and come on. But you got to be able to really talk truth. But no one nobody will come on and we may ask you a question. You all say you are afraid because you know nobody cuss you and all them things. You can't be afraid and come on the Avril Show. This show is about talking truth and reality.
What I do wrong again, Lord? Tell me what I do wrong again.
That's what I have to ask myself all the time. Because every time I come in here, I got to ask myself, what did I do wrong again? I'm always in trouble. God bless you. Okay, Nadine Douglas, good night to your cousin. Remember, you came on so late, but remember you could share the show and watch it all over again. I know you're a girl in love, so just watch it, share it with the one next to you. Claudette Brown, good evening to you. Gloria Hazel, how you doing, hon? God bless you and God bless everyone who tune in and be a part of the Avril Show. Have a blessed night.